Johnson family had been looking forward to their lakeside vacation for months. Nestled in the serene countryside, their cabin offered a peaceful retreat from the hustle and bustle of city life. But as they settled in for their first night, an ominous feeling settled over them. Strange occurrences began almost immediately. Objects moved on their own. A chair slid across the room. A picture frame tilted inexplicably. Eerie whispers echoed through the cabin, chilling the family to the bone. And when they ventured outside, ghostly apparitions flickered at the edge of the lake, their forms shifting and wavering in the moonlight. At first, the Johnsons tried to brush off the unsettling events, attributing them to their overactive imaginations. But as the phenomena grew more frequent and intense, they realized something sinister was at play. Desperate for answers, they turned to the locals for guidance. An elderly fisherman warned them of the lake's dark history, a tragedy long buried beneath its tranquil surface. According to legend, a vengeful spirit haunted the waters, seeking retribution for past wrongs. Determined to uncover the truth, the Johnsons delved into the lake's murky past. They discovered a tale of betrayal and heartache, of lives lost and promises broken. And at the center of it all was the spirit of a woman, wronged in life and doomed to wander the shores in death. As the spirit grew more powerful, its wrath intensified. It began to manifest with greater frequency, its ghostly form looming ever closer to the cabin. The Johnsons realized they were running out of time. Unless they could appease the spirit's restless soul, they would become its next victims. With the help of the fishermen, they devised a plan to put the spirit to rest once and for all. They returned to the lake, bearing offerings of peace and reconciliation. And as they cast their offerings into the water, a sense of calm washed over them, and the spirit's rage began to wane. At last, the waters grew still, and the ghostly apparitions faded into the night. The Johnsons knew they had succeeded in breaking the curse that had plagued the lake for so long. And as they watched the sun rise over the tranquil waters, they knew they would never forget the harrowing ordeal that had brought them closer together as a family. But their relief was short-lived. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a bone-chilling fog crept over the lake, shrouding everything in an eerie haze. The air grew thick with tension once more, and the Johnsons sensed that the spirit had not been vanquished entirely. That night, as they huddled together in the cabin, the whispers returned with a vengeance. But this time, they were accompanied by a mournful wail that seemed to pierce through the very walls of the cabin. Shadows danced in the corners, and the temperature plummeted, leaving the family trembling in fear. The fisherman, who had been their guide through the ordeal, appeared at their doorstep with a grave expression. "There's more to this curse than meets the eye," he muttered, his voice barely audible over the howling wind. Confused and terrified, the Johnsons demanded answers. What could the spirit possibly want from them? The fisherman hesitated before revealing the shocking truth. The woman whose spirit haunted the lake had been wronged by a member of their own family generations ago. With the fisherman's guidance, they embarked on a journey through time, uncovering long-buried secrets and hidden betrayals. For the spirit demanded not only justice, but forgiveness. As the final hour approached, the Johnsons stood on the shores of the lake, their hearts heavy with sorrow and regret. sense of closure washed over them, lifting the curse that had plagued their family for generations. As they watched the fog dissipate and the moon cast its gentle glow upon the water, the Johnsons knew that their lakeside vacation had forever changed them. And though the scars of the past would always remain, they took solace in the knowledge that they had finally laid the vengeful spirit to rest, bringing peace to the haunted shores once and for all.